3 money-saving tips I learned after selling a letting agency. This is Roland. I am the founder of Nestflo and have successfully built 3 property-related businesses. In July 2023, I sold one of my letting businesses, Beste Jeffers, to Clifton Butlers in a 6-figure exit to focus on growing Nestflo. Here are 3 lessons I learned from this transaction that could save you thousands of pounds. Money-saving tip #1. Build and grow your letting business to be sellable. The demand for acquiring letting agencies is high. The industry rule of thumb for valuing a letting agency is to multiply its annual revenue by a 1.75 multiple. Let me repeat, 1.75 times the annual revenue, not gross profit or net profit. It sounds bizarre, but that's how the market works. For example, if your letting agency generated £100,000 in revenue last financial year, its valuation would likely be around £175,000. The reasons behind this valuation method are a separate topic. However, this rule of thumb can be heavily influenced by many factors. Ultimately, a letting agency's value depends on supply and demand. If there are more buyers, you could secure a higher multiple than 1.75, and the opposite is also true. Here are some factors that could decrease your letting business's valuation if your business is related to guaranteed rent properties, HMO rental properties, student rental properties, niche rental markets. However, if you started your letting agency in a niche market with lots of HMO student properties, you can still make your business sellable. The key is ensuring your business complies with current letting regulations and proper accounting practices. Money-saving tip #2. Sell assets rather than the limited company. It is much easier and cheaper to sell the assets of your letting agency rather than the entire limited company. What do I mean by assets? In this context, assets refer to the property management contracts your agency holds with landlords. Therefore, you should always keep these agreements updated. The legal fees for selling assets are typically half or even a third of the cost of selling a limited company for both you and your buyers. Additionally, the completion timeline is much faster. Selling a limited company can take 6-9 months, while selling assets usually takes only 1-2 months. Money-saving tip #3. Appoint a reputable solicitor for the transaction. I promise you, a reputable solicitor will save you thousands of pounds and help you avoid headaches and legal disputes after the completion. In the UK, selling your agency business shares some similarities with selling a property. But wait, not quite. After the completion of a business acquisition, there is often a deferred payment as part of the agreed purchase price. Usually this is 10% of the purchase price. This deferred payment can become a major issue. A reputable solicitor will ensure all legal documents are in place to enforce full payment from the buyer. A reputable solicitor also understands that a potential buyer could become a future competitor if the deal falls through. During the due diligence stage, the solicitor will guide you on how much information to disclose, enough to move forward, but not so much that it puts your business at risk. I won't dive too deep into legal details because that can get dry. But I can tell you this, a reputable solicitor will make the acquisition process much smoother. Selling a limited company is complex, whether it's a small business or a large publicly listed company. The same number of legal procedures apply. A good solicitor will help you prepare all the required documents, allowing you to focus on what you know best, your business. Thanks for watching my channel. Nestflo automates the process of generating, qualifying, and closing leads for letting agencies, saving time and boosting efficiency.